الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين سيما بقية الله في الأرضين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين صلوا على محمد وآل محمد أما بعد قال إمام رضا عليه السلام شيعتنا المسلمون لأمرنا الآخذون بقولنا المخالفون لأعدائنا فمن لم يكن كذلك فليس منا. Please recite aloud salawat. First of all, I'd like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gave me this opportunity that I can visit brothers and sisters over here in Austin. He gave me this opportunity that I can recite the Majlis of Abba Abdullah, the biggest reality on this earth. He gave me this opportunity that I'm coming here in the days of Arba'een. Arba'een, everyone is witnessing that time is changed. And time is changing really fast. Brothers and sisters, we need to realize in which time we are living. Can anyone believe 15 to 20 years ago that Shia, the Ummah of Shia will be this powerful? Can anyone imagine? No. No one can imagine 20 years ago. We have to realize this reality because we have this saying from Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. Al-alimu bi-zamanihi la tahjumu alayhi al-lawabid. And a scholar, an alim doesn't mean someone who is wearing abba and qada. Anyone who has any knowledge. Okay, in which alim? Al-alimu bi-zamanihi. Alim of his time, not alim of 1,400 years. Alim of his time, alim of 2019, alim of October 2019. Al-alimu bi-zamanihi la tahjumu alayhi al-lawabid. The doubts will never attack this alim. Brothers and sisters, you need to realize this time, in which time we are living. According to few scholars, we are living between two rise. You know that Tulu Fajr, rising of Fajr, and Tulu Shams, there is a time in between. Tulu Fajr, when the time of Fajr is start, and the time when sunrise. So, Baine Tulu Ain, between two Tulu Ain. We are living, as per few scholars, we are living in this time. As far as Ahkam Shari'i, it's highly recommend to stay awake between Tulu Ain, between Tulu Fajr and Tulu Shams. Because it says that all the rizq Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent during this time. All the rizq. Right now we are living in this time. From the revolution, this was Tulu Fajr, which Imam Khomeini Rahmatullah Alayhi mentioned, Inqilab Ma, Infijar Noor Hast. You know that Fajr, when it started, it burst of the Noor started. And then this Noor is spread. We said, Fajr is Sadiq, Fajr is Kazib, Fajr is Sadiq. What we witnessed from the revolution, that was Tulu Fajr. And with the Zahur of Imam Zaman, that will be Tulu Shams. That will be the rise of sun, which everyone is waiting. Everyone is waiting. From Hazrat Adam to Hazrat Khatam, everyone was waiting for that Savior. That Savior. And you can witness, and older brothers and sisters, they can witness this part. I have seen the time before revolution, right after revolution. Before revolution, secularism was on rise. Secularism on rise. All the religious values were down. And this burst happened and everything got surprised. Everywhere today when you see the religious forces, the result is from this Tulu Fajr. And now you start seeing that before 79, we were ashamed to say that we are Shias. We have to prove that we are Muslim. We have to prove that we are Muslim. Brother, we are Muslim too. But today, world have seen the power of that follower of Ahlul Bayt. I'm not saying this against anyone. I'm not saying this against anyone. But that's reality right now. That's reality that every year, the follower of Ahlul Bayt, they're showing their strength. And again, this is not an accident. Imam's lutf is behind it. Imam Zamana's lutf is behind it. Please recite a loud salawat. At one time, when Imam is moving towards Kufa, Ibn Ziyad, when he came in Kufa, all he said this word. He said, the army of Yazid is on its way towards Kufa. And people gave up. And we witnessed that long time ago, even after revolution. They used to say that the armies of like this country, I don't want to take the name, they're on its way. And people just give up. But today, no one dare to say that there are so many things on the table. No, they don't even say that part. The time is changing. Time is changing. Time is changing. In Syria, you proved you have a power. In Syria, you proved your power. It's not that Syria, they did something less. No, they did everything what was possible. They brought the worst enemy from ISIS. They put in front of you. And the world was supporting. And the Shias, they really show their strength. So we are living in this time, brothers and sisters. But now, what's our responsibility? I'm not here to just praise ourselves. What's our responsibility? I mean, we need to review. Sometimes, like, you know that in capitalist world, they have good things too. Like every company, they have to go periodically audit themselves. We need to audit ourselves. We need to audit our concepts. We need to audit our belief system. And we need to fix it. Because this is the time. This is the time of awakening. We're not supposed to sleep during this time. If we sleep this time, we'll stay behind. From that, we will not be able to witness the Tulu Shams. We're not going to witness. So that's why we have to review it again and again. That's why I selected this hadith from Imam Riza alayhi salam. He said, Shiyatuna. Now it's the time that we have to come forward and say, all right, who are the Shias? Shiyatuna, al-musallimuna li-amrina. Our Shias, they are musallimuna li-amrina. They submit themselves towards our awamir. That's number one. The second quality, al-akhiduna biqawlina. Al-akhizuna biqawlina. They're the one, this akhizun, they engraved on their soul biqawlina, of that, our saying. It's not that we just listen. Imam said, all right, Imam, you're there only to tell us how to pray, fast, perform Hajj. No, Imam is not another marji. No. Imam job is not just to give you some ahkam. And we think that maximum Islam is that it will teach us how to do worship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how to pray, the right method of praying. Some people think this way, that Imam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent prophets and Imam so they can teach us how to do worship. That's number one. The second, well, which is very different from other sect, that they are the ruler on the earth. So Imam Zaman will come and he will become the ruler on the earth. And then he will appoint governor and he will establish justice. Brothers and sisters, that's an incomplete understanding. Incomplete understanding. Inshallah, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will explain why it's incomplete. But right now, we need to understand this part, that Islam is not only the religion of ibadat, or Islam is not only the religion of morality. That it will come and will teach you morality. Morality, that's it. So we learn ahkam, we are good mu'min, we have nice akhlaq, that's it. Imam, we don't need you. No, Imam, we need Imam because, Imam need to rule on the earth. Why Imam has to rule? Because Imam has to establish justice. All right, what if there is a moment he's ruling and he will establish the justice? Is that it? Is that it? You don't need Imam then anymore? No, we do not understand Imam. That's why we have to review our belief system again. What's the purpose of Imam? And then we can understand what's this taslim, al-musallimuna li-amrina. Because there are so many places Imam is saying to be submit yourself. Right? Ziyarat Ashur, what you say? Silmun liman salamakum. Again, that's silm. Silm. Silmun liman salamakum. Wa harbun liman haribakum. Inshallah, tomorrow, today, I'm just opening this discussion. Tomorrow I will explain what's the real position of Imam is. What's the real position of Imam is. But then Imam is explaining that Shiyatuna al-musallimuna li-amrina wal-akhizuna biqawlina al-mukhalifuna li-a'da'ina. These are the three qualities of Shia. I'm going to explain these. But before I will explain, as I mentioned, people, they are making some mistake. I'm noticing this in different communities. Some people, they love Imam. They love Imam. Or at least they claim they love Imam. They establish majalis. They spend on the name of Imam, but they are behind in their amal. Unfortunately, I noticed that some people, they're focusing on ibadat. Alhamdulillah, very good. Reciting Quran, memorizing Quran, working on Quran's workshops about salat, everything. But then for them, Imam, yes, that's fine. Imam, they are the pious people, they were the good people. We see these two different ideologies. We need to fix this part. Let me recite one of the hadiths from Imam Reza alayhi salam. Imam said, لا تدع العمل الصالح والاجتهاد في العبادة اتكالا على حب آل محمد. The one message is for those people, they just rely on majalis and they just rely on the hubb Ali Muhammad. There is no doubt, without hubb, you cannot achieve anything. But it's Imam Reza alayhi salam. He's saying, La tada'ul amal as-saliha. Do not relieve amal as-salih wal ijtihad fil ibadah. You know, ijtihad, this extreme effort. Why you call mujtahid mujtahid? Because he does his best effort to extract and law, to do istinbat from fiqh and hadith and Quran. Imam said, لا تدع العمل الصالح والاجتهاد في العبادة. Do not leave amal salih and your extreme effort for ibadah ittikalan ala hubbi ali Muhammad, relying on the love of Ahlul Bayt. You're not supposed to do that. So that's the one side of the story. وَلَا تَدَعُوا حُبَّ آلِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَالتَّسْلِيمَ لِأَمْرِهِمْ اتِّكَالًا عَلَى الْإِبَادَةِ. And that's the second side. Some people, they're performing ibadat. Sisters, they're doing hijab. They are talking about morality, but they're considering Imam and Ahlul Bayt. That's fine. That's fine. Not too much. Imam said, وَلَا تَدَعُوا حُبَّ آلِ مُحَمَّدٍ. Hubb Ali Muhammad is very important. This walking from Najaf to Karbala is part of religion. It's part of religion. That hubb is part of religion. Inshallah, I'm going to give you, if I get a chance, I will give you the philosophy behind this hubb. You're not supposed to leave the Hubbi Ali Muhammad, but taslim ali amrihim, and submit for their amr ittikalan al ibadah, relying on ibadah. And then Imam gave the final result. فَإِنَّهُ لَا يَقْبَلُ أَحَدُهُمَا دُونَ الْآخَرِ. Imam said, here, this need to be our aqidah. This need to be our belief. This need to be in our life. Imam said, فَإِنَّهُ. Now he's taking result. That fa natija. Innahu, and he's putting so much emphasis. Indeed, innahu la yuqbalu ahaduhuma dun al-akhar. Allah is not going to accept one of them without other. Without other. No one can think that only claim of Hubbi Ali Muhammad without performing any effort for ibadat and amal saleh is sufficient. Or anyone else, they're performing ibadat after ibadat and leaving Ahlul Bayt on side. Alright, we don't need to do majalis. We can just go and do NGO work. Let's go and distribute food for the people. No. No. There is a philosophy behind it. Inshallah, when I will explain the maqam of Imam, then you can understand. Please recite aloud, Salawat. You need to understand then. There's a reason. There's a reason behind it. There's a philosophy behind it. Allah has a purpose. Allah had a purpose for this wilayat. In fact, this whole system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is based on the wilayat. Everything is based on wilayat. It's a complete hierarchy of wilayat. Complete hierarchy of the wilayat. And for the wilayat, it's not just taslim. What's the meaning of taslim? What do we understand from taslim? Is that taslim is only that I come and kiss that alam? Or taslim is only that I can go and pray and fast? No. Who said that? Who said that? Let me ask you how many wilayat we have in our life. The smallest wilayat. Wilayat we have, the father has a wilayat over son, right? And again, that's not the real wilayat. That's just an artificial wilayat, right? Otherwise, inshallah, I'm going to recite tomorrow. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Quran, He mentioned that. Who's the real wali? Innama waliyakumullahu. Inshallah, I'm going to discuss that. Allah is going to say that only wali is this Allah, Rasul, and someone who gave zakat while he was in ruku. Only these people are wali. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave this wilayat to the parents. Why? Because they have some similarity, a little bit similarity. They're artificial creator. They're artificial creator. That mother, she was a container of the creation. Her womb was a container of the creation. And because of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave this wilayat that in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the young people, in front of the parent, you cannot say, uff. Now you understand where I'm going? When Imam said, Shiyatuna al-musallimuna li-amrina. They submit in front of our amr. In front of our amr, they are taslim. No uff. If you cannot say uff in front of your father, how can you say uff in front of Imam? You cannot say uff in front of Imam. Please say it aloud, salawat. And that taslim is not there, that's why Imam is not coming. That taslim is not there. Yes, we understand, compared to other sects, compared to other religions, we understand their high value. That yes, Ahl Bayt, they have the highest status. But as far as taslim, that's lacking right now. That's why during this tulu'ain, we have to wake up. And we have to start practicing this taslim in our life. Let me give you just a simple misal, simple example from taslim. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. He was sitting, and this is the time where Banu Umayyah, the time of Banu Umayyah is basically, there was a downfall for Banu Umayyah, an uprising of Banu Abbas. All right? This is the time where everywhere there were uprising against Banu Umayyah. A delegation came from Khurasan. Khurasan was part of Iran and several other areas used to call Khurasan. Herat, Afghanistan, current Iran, Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, some part of the Turkey, that was Khurasan. A delegation came from Khurasan. An uprising has started over there. The guy came and said to Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, Imam, why don't you do uprising? Do uprising. We have 70,000 sword ready to go in your favor. 70,000. Imam was ignoring him. Imam says, all right, so what's going on in your town and everything? He just keep insisting. And then finally Imam said, you stand up and go jump in that stove. You know that Iraq In India and Pakistan, they have tanur, right? Big stoves. They have fire in it and they cook bread over there, right? There was a stove, the huge stove. Imam asked this guy, go jump in the stove. And now this guy maybe annoyed. Imam got annoyed, and that's why he's asking me. Says, Imam, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Look, I have children, I have family, and please forgive me. Forgive me. Imam didn't say anything. Imam was just sitting. Imam put his head down. Just after few minutes while Imam is talking with other people, Harun Makki came. Harun Makki is one of the Shia of Imam. Harun Makki is one of the Shia of Imam. See, I'm repeating this again. Shiatuna al-musallimuna li-amrina. The sign of the Shia, they submit for our awamir. Harun Makki, he came, Imam said, Harun, go jump in the stove. Shaykh Mutari said he was removing his sandals, and Imam said, go jump in the stove. Harun came. He didn't ask why, Imam. What's wrong? Why you're giving me this order? He came, he jumped in the stove. Now this guy, Khurasani, he was sitting with Imam, and he was surprised. Oh my God, poor guy got killed. After a few minutes, Imam said, go call Harun to come out. Now this guy was shaking, right? He came near the stove and he saw that Harun is sitting on his side. The fire was there, but fire was not harming Harun. Please recite aloud salawat. Shiyatuna al-musallimuna li-amrina. That's a sign of Shia. We don't need, Imam do not need Shias of Kufa. Shia of Kufa, what was the problem with the Shia of Kufas? They know what's the status of Imam. They knew that. They knew that. But they were not taslim in front of awamir of Imam. And then Imam said, Al-akhizuna biqawlina. They are the one, akhizuna, make our saying as epigraph, inscription of their life. Inscription of their life. Which mean, in a simple word, aqwal of Aimma alayhi salam, the lifestyle of a mu'min, of a Shia. It's not that we have Imam saying is something else, our value system is something else. Imam's happiness is something else, our happiness is something else. Our value systems inclined with Hollywood, with different wood, with capitalisms. No. Al-akhizuna biqawlina. Our problem is, brothers and sisters, that we didn't present Islam the way it's supposed to be. Now it's the time. Islam is not, every time we sit down and we ask, okay, Maulana, just can you please give me about this ahkam? What did Imam say about salat or fasting? Come on, this is only ahkam. 12% of the religion. Imam has a saying for everything. For everything. Just like last week, for the senior class in Al-Hadi school. There we are teaching this semester we are teaching, the title of the course is Controlling Your Thoughts, Controlling Your Life. There we were researching, and we are researching right now about all those saying of Imam and from Quran, so you can remove your depression, your anxiety, your sadness, your worries, and everything. In fact, this is the assignment for research assignment for my class for the next week. So they need to come up with ayat and a hadith from Aimma alayhi salam, how to cope with your worries. That's only one area. Humanity right now is suffering. Everyone is suffering. You know that the fourth or third leading cause of the death for the teenager is suicide right now. The anxiety level, the depression level is going up. We have not seen the aqwal of Aimma alayhi salam in this area. We didn't see it. And you will be surprised. You'll be surprised. Just yesterday, one of my students, he was showing me his phone. He said, Maulana, you told me that I need to keep these things on my phone or as my on my wall or something. And he was writing this, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. That's real Islam. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is sufficient for us. And He's the best trust. Imam are teaching us. If you're stuck with Imam's aqwal, if you apply this aqwal in your life, you're the most happy person. The most happy person. You start reading the aqwal of Imam about financial stability, you will be the best. You will have the best finance. Imam will never ask you to be faqir. Will never ask you to be faqir. There's so much aqwal. We're stuck in the history. Again, time has passed. Let's move on. We don't need to prove that we are right. We are right. We were right. We are right. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Humanity is looking for the system which is just. You need to tell them that, look, we have that system. You need to first believe yourself. If you do not believe yourself, how can you let other people believe? And then, the third quality, which Imam mentioned, al-mukhalifuna li-adaina. Sometime we are buddy with their ada. Today, we need to look who are the enemies of Imam. Who are the enemies of Imam? Or we have silm for them, silmun leman salemakum, wa harbul leman harabakum, or we have harb for them. Two people came near Imam Reza alayhi salam. The two people, they were traveling together, came from the same town, and they came near Imam Reza alayhi salam. And said, Imam, what's our hukum for salat and Saum? What's the hukum for salat? Do I need to pray full salat or my salat is qasr? What about, can I fast while I'm here? Imam referred to one of them. He said, for you, you have to do qasr. And you're not supposed to fast while you're here in the town. And then Imam turned to the other person and says, you have to pray full, and yes, you can fast. Now, is it not surprising that two people from the same town, they came to see Imam, and Imam is giving two different hukum. For one person, your salat is qasr, your salat is full. You cannot fast, you can fast. They got surprised. Imam said, now these two people, both of them, they understand the status of Imam. That's why they came as a respect to see Imam. And Imam gave this verdict. Imam moved to, they asked, they were surprised. So Imam said towards the one, Imam said, your salat is qasr. Imam said, because the intention of your visit to visit us. And that's why your traveling was mubah. And when you have mubah traveling, you can have your salat qasr and you don't need to fast. And then Imam mentioned to the other person, your intention to visit this town to see Sultan, king. Imam is wali ahead. And the second person, his intention to see Mamun. And that's why Imam said, your intention to visit a tyrant, your safar, your travel was haram. Your travel was haram. And when you have masiyat in your travel, that relaxation in your prayer and fast is removed. You have to pray full salat and you have to fast. Silmun liman salimakum. Harbun liman harib. Al-mukhalifuna li'adaina. So Shias of Imam, they have these three qualities. Three qualities. Al-musallimuna li'amrina. Al-akhizuna biqawlina. Al-mukhalifuna li'adaina. If you get these three qualities, Imam Zamana will come. Imam Zamana will come. He's waiting. He's waiting for the Shias. This is the time. This is the time. Because if Shias, they are not ready. There were Alawis at the time of Imam Riza alayhi salam. So many Alawis. But they were not completely submit towards Imam. They didn't make the saying of Imam is the epigraph of their life, the lifestyle. And they were not, see that these two people, they're coming, they are Shia of Imam, but one of them is in his heart, there's a love for a tyrant ruler. If we have a love for any tyrant, we are not Shia. If we say anything against Imam, any oof. All right, one time I do not understand this hukum. Yes, for my sisters, I may not understand the hukum of hijab. That's okay. I'm weak, but I should not say that, no, I disrespect this. No. You can say, Imam, I'm weak. I may not understand the hukum of khums, but I should not object it. All of these are hukum from Imam. Maharaja, they are not putting from their pockets. They're not. They're not. These are the saying of Imam. Any and everything is coming, it's from Imam. I do not understand, that's fine. I'm weak. Oh Allah, give me tawfiq, so I will be strong. But I cannot say oof in front of Imam. And inshallah, I'm going, as I said, I will give you the main reason why you have to follow that. I'm just going to say this word so you can understand. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned. He said, Al-qalbu salasatu anba. There are three kind of hearts. Al-qalbu mashghul bid-dunya. There is a qalb which is occupied by dunya. Wa qalbul mashghulul bil uqba. The heart which is occupied with akhirah. Wa qalbul mashghulun bil mawla. And then qalb which is occupied by mawla. Then Imam said, Amma qalbul mashghulu bid dunya lahu shiddatu wal bala. That heart which is occupied by dunya have hardship and trials. Amma qalbul mashghulul bil uqba falahu darajatul ula. Yes, only like maybe less than 1% people, their heart is occupied with akhirah. وَأَمَّا قَلْبُ مَشْغُولُ بِالْمَوْلَى لَهُ الدُّنْيَا وَالْأُقْبَى وَالْمَوْلَى. That's the reason your heart need to be occupied by the love of Mawla. Because if your heart occupied by Mawla, then you have everything. You have dunya, you have uqba, and the best thing you have, Mawla. You have Mawla. You need to occupy your heart with Mawla. Inshallah, I'm going to explain who is Mawla. Man kuntu Mawla fahaza aliyun Mawla. Mawla. Everything from Mawla. If you don't do this Mawla, then the tyrant, they come and they remove that Mawla yourself. Ma'mun, he realized that. Whenever he realized the power of Imam, he cannot afford Imam. He cannot. He sent Imam. He asked Imam to go and lead Eid prayer. Imam, I'm not going to go in depth because time is over. My time is pretty much done. So I'm just giving you an idea. You probably heard about when Imam Mamun said, he insists, Yabna Rasulullah, this time you have to lead the Eid prayer. Imam said, forgive me from this task. He says, no, you have to do it. Imam said, if I have to do it, I'll do it like Prophet used to do. He says, fine. Then Imam Ravi said that Imam announced that tomorrow Imam will come out for leading Salat Eid. And now next day, Imam wore simple dress. He put the amama of Rasulullah. He held the stick of Rasulullah. He came out barefoot. And when he came out, he started saying takbirat. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Walillahil hamd. There were like thousands of the people outside. The tribal leader, they came with the best dress. They were riding the horses. They saw that Imam came out, and behind him, his follower came out. They were barefoot. And when Imam came and he says, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd, everyone started crying. Everyone remembered the time of Rasulullah. The narrator, he said that these tribal leaders, they came out from they dismount from their horse. They were in a hurry that they, through knives, they cut their shoes. They became barefoot. And within 30 minutes, there were thousands of people. They were crying and they were walking behind Imam. The news reached to Mamun. Mamun, if this will continue, your government is over. Your time is over. Stop it. Mamun understood the strength of Imam, the love of Imam in people's heart. And he said, Yabna Rasulullah. He sent some delegation. He says, Yabna Rasulullah, come back. Now he realized Imam is so powerful. Imam is so powerful. He called Imam in his palace and said, Imam, these are the special grapes from my garden. Imam said, I have no inclination. I don't want to eat grapes. Mamun insisted, Yabna Rasulullah, please eat. Imam said, I have no inclination. I don't want to eat. Mamun said, Yabna Rasulullah, you're disrespecting me. You're denying my wishes. And then Imam saw that Mamun point out towards his servants, and they came out behind Imam. Now Imam had no option. Imam took few of those grapes. Imam ate those grapes. Now, after eating those grapes, Imam stood up and started going outside. Mamun said, Yabna Rasulullah, where are you going? Imam said, I'm going to the same place where you wanted me to go. Imam came out. Imam reached to his house and told his servant, I'm going to my room. Do not let anyone come over here. After a while, if I ask you for something, you come and give me that. Otherwise, keep the door closed. After a while, you will see one of my son, there will be a 7-year-old son will come. Let him come inside. Now Imam was in his room, and you know that whenever someone gives poison, the poison causes extreme thirst. Imam started feeling thirst. As soon as the servant realized that Imam is thirsty, he brought the glass of water near Imam. As soon as Imam saw the water, he started crying. He didn't drink the water. Perhaps he was remembering Imam Hussain. The thirst of Imam, the thirst of his Jad, Aba Abdullah. It's narrated that Abba Abdullah, on the day of Ashura, he was thirsty. His thirst was on extreme. Jafar Shustari, he mentioned that all the limbs of Imam has failed. Imam was so thirsty because Imam since morning, Imam was going near every Shaheed. Whenever every Shaheed used to fall, Imam used to go, he used to fight and reach near Shaheed. Why Imam was going near Shahuda? Because Imam knew that these enemies, they're the worst enemy. They will cut the head of Shaheed while he's still alive. That's why Imam used to go there. Imam was extremely thirsty. Jafar Shustari said that Imam's eyes, Imam was unable to see. It's narrated from Imam Jafar Sadiq, when my Jad used to see the sky, he used to see the smoke only. Imam's lips, it's narrated, the blood was start coming from Imam's lips. Imam's tongue, you know that when Ali Akbar came and says, Baba, please allow me to go. Imam immediately allowed Ali Akbar to go. Go Ali Akbar, go for jihad. When Ali Akbar was moving, Imam did not took a pause. Imam was asking everyone. Imam was not giving permission to everyone. But when Ali Akbar came, Imam gave permission immediately. He didn't even hug Ali Akbar. He was Ibrahim who was sacrificing his smile. In this exam, in this trial, he didn't want to do anything. He didn't hug Ali Akbar. Ali Akbar realized that. Ali Akbar realized that. When Ali Akbar was going, he heard someone coming on his back. He turned his back. He saw Imam is walking behind. Ali Akbar said, Baba, you allowed me to go. Imam said, Ali Akbar, I wish you had a son like you. And he may have asked permission to go for jihad. Go, Ali Akbar, I gave you permission. Ali Akbar came and he was start fighting and fighting. He was fighting, but he noticed that his father is looking at him. His eyes of the father is protecting him. He knew that. That's why he came. He got an excuse. He knew that my father is thirsty. He knew that my father didn't have a water, but this was an excuse. He came back near Imam and he said, Oh Baba, if there is any water, give it to me. This thirst is killing me. He was giving an excuse so Imam can hug him last time. Imam hugged Ali Akbar. And Imam hugged Ali Akbar. And Imam Ali Akbar said, Baba, your tongue is more drier than Ashrakumullah. And the fourth limb was Imam's liver. Nafi bil Hilal, he said that Imam was in Gaudiya Qatlega. Imam was in Gaudiya Qatlega for several hours. That was a tough time. Ayatollah Wahid Khurasani, he mentioned that he knows one amal, that if someone will do this amal, they will show, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, show that person all the scenes of Ashura except the last few hours. Those few hours, Allah never showed to anyone. That few hours was in Gaudiya Qatlega, when Imam was drowned in his blood. He was drowned in his blood and he was extremely thirsty. Nafi bin Halal, right? I saw that Imam was on the ground, drowned in his blood, and his lips were moving. I thought Imam is cursing to the Ummah, but when I came, I heard Imam was saying, I'm thirsty, Allah atash. Imam's liver was failing. Nafi thought that let me go bring something for Imam. When he came back, he saw that Shimr was sitting on the chest of Imam. Shimr was sitting on the chest of Imam and he was trying to cut the neck of Imam by his dagger. The same thing happened when Imam Raza on his deathbed, when Imam Jawad came, and when he came near the Imam Raza started crying because he remembered the time of his death. The last time Abu Abdullah, who was in the Gaudiya Qatlega, and Shimr was sitting on the chest of Imam. He was cutting the head with his dagger. Imam Nafi said, when I came back with some water, I saw that Shimr came out. He said, there is no need. But I realized that Shimr was shivering, and I said, Shimr, you're shaki, you're mal'oon. Why you're shivering right now? He said, I don't know. When I was cutting the head of Imam, I heard the cry of a lady. Someone was crying, do not cut the head. Allah lanatullahi ala al-qawm al-zalimin. Sayalamu allazina ayya munqalibin yanqalib. Bari Ilaha, please accept this majlis. Please accept the hajat of all mu'minin and mu'minat in this majlis. Bari Ilaha, give shifa for all the marda. Bari Ilaha, fulfill the hajat of all mu'minin and mu'minat. Bari Ilaha, protect our children, give us tawfiq so we can raise our children, we can have their tarbiyat, inshallah. Bari Ilaha, protect all mu'minin and mu'minat, all ulama, all scholars, all maraji karam, especially Rahbar Muazzam. Bari Ilaha, hasten the zahur of our Imam and Mawla Hazrat Hujjatullah, and make us and our children his awan and ansar. Rahimallahu man qari al-Fatiha ma'as salawat.